And now it's Renovate and Build. 60 minutes dedicated to building and renovating solutions. Here's your hosts, Jim and Sandra.
I'll be bringing in a brand new year. Bringing in a brand new year. Gonna have a dance, take a chance of romance while bringing in a brand new year.
Good morning and Happy New Year to you. So happy to kick off this new year with you on Renovate and Build. Good morning, Jim. I'm just a bouncing to that song this morning.
Good morning, Sandra, and all to you listening out there. Did I have a good New Year's? Yes, I did. I should ruin my image here, but I think I was in bed by about 10:45 on New Year's Eve. Curled up with my 3-year-old daughter, so my New Year's Eve was uneventful, but I was happy just to be at home, relaxing, and just getting some rest and hanging out with my daughter. So
hard to be an adult now, isn't it? You forget all those party days.
It's all long gone for me. Yeah.
Anything that you are looking forward to in 2015?
Just 2015 itself. I think it looks like it's going to be another exciting year across the country for us at Fair Trade Works. We have some things going internationally. My business is booming. My staff is in fantastic form. Just a big, positive, healthy, fit company, and I'm just looking forward to get to work and just really expand our market share for this year.
And I'm excited about the show today. It's always nice starting off a show and being able to kind of invite the experts in to focus on 2015 and what's hot and, of course, what's not. And we're going to be speaking in just a moment with award-winning designer Jamie Banfield about his favorites for your home this upcoming year.
Speaking of favorites, we also have Dennis Manns from Kitchen and Bath Classics in the studio today for his top 10 countdowns of faucets and fixtures.
And when it comes to Canadian franchises literally exploding, who do you think of? Well, I hope it's Brown's Social House, because premium casual dining franchises are literally exploding. We're going to be speaking with Ian McRae, design and layout specialist for Brown's Social House this morning, to talk to them about their successes and hear their good news for the year ahead.
But first, let's welcome to the studio Jamie Banfield, who is the principal and creative force behind Jamie Banfield Design, a full-service interior design firm based in BC that specializes in creating well-edited spaces for all rooms in the home with expertise in kitchen and bath. Good morning and Happy New Year, Jamie.
Morning. Thanks for having me here.
I bet it's an exciting year for you, too. I know you had a busy 2014.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting.
Congratulations. We have to, first of all, say to you that Jamie, if you didn't know, was acknowledged by the Kitchen and Bath Association as one of the top 30 under 30 most innovative and influential industry professionals across North America for the year. So congratulations.
Thank
what
you
an
very
honor.
much. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I know you're a humble guy, Jamie, but that's pretty big, right? That's pretty.
Yeah.
North America. We're not talking just Vancouver
No.
here.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's gonna be 30 of us. We're collaborating in Vegas in the next coming weeks. So it's gonna be fun to meet people from all over North America, kind of like-minded.
Yes, and that's kind of like the fashion for faucets and fixtures, isn't it? That's where you find out really the neat, cool stuff.
Yeah, it's probably the major show. It's the Kitchen and Bath. It's KBIS, so it's Kitchen and Bath Industry Show. And yeah, you have all the major brands, and they're kind of pushing what's going to happen for the next coming couple of years, for sure.
It's the Disneyland of the
it's,
design and think tanks, right?
It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
So it's a party and also learning about what's coming up next.
Yeah, I got to be very geeky when we get there, ask like every question we can on products, because, trickling back to BC, some of the products, they're engineered in Germany, they're made in the States or somewhere else, and we can't actually talk to those engineers or anything, but everyone's kind of on hand to answer any questions or sneak peeks of what's coming up and stuff like that. So yeah, we kind of get very geeky when we get there.
There's lots of stuff out there. I actually went to a couple of years ago into their concrete convention in Vegas, and you think what on earth can be to know about concrete, but it's massive.
Yeah.
Like, it's huge, and it was just like stand after people from all over the world talking concrete and all the products and newest techniques and production, and there's just so much.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's massive. It's one of the biggest things.
And no one does it better than Vegas when they have
No,
these shows. So,
for sure.
like you said, you can really get to meet people from all over the world and learn a lot.
And there's lots of social events too.
Exactly. Yes.
Lots of social
I'm
events.
sure.
I'm sure there is.
We should just point out that Jamie is known for his signature West Coast style as a designer and his passion for sustainable design, and that's why we have him here today. So I know, Jim, you've got lines of questions up for Jamie, and I know I have tons of questions for him.
Sure. So yeah, Jamie, this is a bit of a different platform to the last time. We kind of given you a blank slate to set today and say kind of come to our studio with your kind of favorites for 2015. I know you're certainly in touch with the trends. So over to you, and we'll just talk about what you think's upcoming in the year and what's hot and what's not.
Yeah, so I would say to like any consumer that's actually looking to probably renovate or build a new home, think about timeless for sure.
Yeah.
So your major investments, think about your cabinets, your flooring, kind of your main structure. Think about timeless things that are going to kind of stand the test of time. But we're seeing 5 major kind of trends coming through. Mixing metals, bringing in natural elements like woods, quartz countertops. They're kind of the major countertop that we're still seeing a trend through. And then I would say technology is getting very cost effective, and it's getting crazy kitchens, baths everywhere. And then I would say we're seeing a lot of people, and I am probably one of the forefront people pushing is for reclaim, reusing, repurposing items. So yeah, when I talk about like mixing metals, like if we're talking about a kitchen, you could envision kind of your main kitchen, your sinks, your faucets, all those kind of major items. When you're looking at the faucet, maybe bringing in kind of a matte black faucet, and then pairing that maybe with stainless appliances, and then brushed nickel or polished handles. So don't be scared to kind of mix all of those elements.
And you were saying you just showed us earlier, but there's a line there that's actually purposely built for that, where you can actually switch out.
Yeah.
So a faucet would have maybe 2 or 3 different materials.
It could for sure. Yeah. This is a line by Kohler. I actually came across this at KBIS last year, and it's starting to trickle through. But as you can see, like this is a bathroom outfitted with all black, but the way they're building the collections is every piece. So this is like a 8-inch center faucet for a tub or anything. Each piece is sold separately.
Okay.
So if you really want to go out there, like the centerpiece could be matte black, and the 2 actual hot and cold could be a polished chrome, or you could do all of your accessories that way, and then just beef out one kind of shower main element as a different focal point. So they're really letting us mix and match anything and everything we want to, instead of just walking to the kitchen and bathroom showrooms and just picking one collection and taking it all. You can actually mix up all the different styles.
Everybody wants something different, right? But they don't want this radical 500 choice. It's like when when you build a car online or something, you'll have the seat and the trim different, but people just love that mix and match where they can really feel kind of in tune with the design process.
Yeah. So the collection, it's artifacts by Kohler. And it's actually very simple. They have like 3 different styles of or actual spouts, 3 different styles of handles, 2 different heights, and then within that like 8 or 9 different finishes. So it is kind of simple, but the combinations are kind of they're endless for sure. And it's fun because so common finishes right now is chrome. That's kind of everywhere, and that's probably your most cost-effective finish to actually choose. Whereas if you want to step into matte black or a custom finish, they're adding up in price range. So this collection here, all finishes are all the same price because each item is mass produced and they just have them stocked that they're pulling off your shelves. Whereas typically if you want to order a black faucet from a certain supplier, they're gonna make you a black faucet, and it's not common. So this it's very cost effective too.
Mm-hmm.
And
very interesting.
Yeah.
And it's such a different thought process than when everybody was, for instance, putting in stainless and using only brushed.
Yeah.
So when you're having this kind of, you were talking about using timeless products, are you finding that then they could just pull out, for instance, if they made some different choice, they could pull that out at a one time and replace it if trends change?
For sure. Like, I mean, handles and like, let's say you're talking about a kitchen again, your handles on your cabinets are probably the easiest things. It's just like jewelry, right? For men or women, it's just that accessory that's simple to take out, put on, change. So if you get sick of it, or you're seeing a trend that's pulling out a different metal or whatever, you can switch it out very easy. And same as faucets, like yes, a certain faucet could be between $300 to like $1,500 for the investment, but that could be a piece that could switch out every 5, 6, 7 years. Whereas, like, we're seeing a big trend in quartz countertops that are coming in. Mm-hmm. And the quartz countertops, they're 97% quartz for those who don't actually know what a quartz countertop is. And then it's added resins and colors. And then each manufacturer, like a brand like Caesarstone, they've patented certain colors. And they're pushing on a trend right now for very clean colors and textures. But they're also got a new color out called Calicato Nouveau, which mimics a natural stone. and it's book matched all the way through. But that product.
What is book matched?
So book matched is if you stack like 3 or 4 different pieces side by side, like kind of like a loaf of bread, and you slice them and they all kind of flop over, they're all going to have the same kind of, that little air pocket running through it, just like you would in kind of a piece of bread. So it's them stacking like one is from the crust all the way in. But with quartz though, that is an investment piece, and they're coming out with lifetime warranties, and they are kind of sticking to kind of more classic elements. So that's one thing that you could pair up with that matte black faucet, which that countertop is probably going to last you, like 15, 20, 25 years. But that one faucet and those handles you could switch out very easily, right?
Yeah. Okay,
I think for clients too, I think it's cool, like you say, with like cabinet handles or pulls or faucets, it's reachable to them. They can go and have fun with it. They don't have to go and hire a truck to bring it home or something, or it's like buying a new couch. They can go down on the weekend, have fun with it, order it, install it easily.
For sure.
So it's just, like you said, it's like jewelry that they can really dress it up without going through this huge production.
And it gives you a fresh face, like you said, every so many years to do.
Yeah.
When you're talking about quartz countertops here for a moment, I love quartz. Are you finding more people adopting the quartz now?
Yeah, like quartz kind of was at the premium price range.
Yes.
But we're seeing, common kitchens to budget kitchens to, very elite kitchens all using the same type of product. And that is quartz, and it's for many reasons. It's durability.
Yes.
Cost is coming down, but they're backed with warranties. A consistent color, whereas natural stone, you have to maintain it. This product, you don't have to maintain it, right? So we're seeing, I would say, more people stepping up and wanting to purchase value over just get something in and get it out. I think just by social media and websites and how there's a lot more information that's handy. I think people are putting the investment into those products because of the knowledge that they're getting, and quartz has been around for many years now, so it's not a new product. But the colors and the texture, like Caesar stone has another. It's an actual matte. It looks like a concrete. And concrete is not the best countertops for many reasons, but this would mimic the feel, the texture, the sheen. So I think quartz is going to evolve into mimicking, woods and different types of stones and different textures.
I think suppliers have just been forced into it because of how many ways can you twist and turn product. Like there's only a certain amount of we're working within these boundaries, right? So they're being forced to be innovative and come different designs, like wooden tiles that went around 5 years ago. So it's really interesting that we're seeing all these products, like you said, turning into different looks and feels and appearances, and aged and beaten and coppered, and it's just I think it's really cool. There's just a ton of cool stuff on the market right now.
We're actually working on a bathroom right now, we're actually applying quartz as cabinetry doors. It's going to be a complete wet room, and then we're actually using wood countertops because it's going to have that kind of push, like soft to hard to warm to cold. And we're actually taking it all the way through the shower as a wall application, and then we're actually putting them on cabinetry doors too. So quartz, they're engineering sinks right now, right, which are solid pieces of quartz that they've got their techniques and their technology to actually fuse it, bend it. So I think we're going to see quartz coming through in many different ways too, not just countertops. Yeah.
So interesting. Okay, you mentioned wood. Let's just touch on wood here. Wood grain, you said, coming up as one of the 5 favorites for 2015?
Yes. I love West Coast and what we have around us, and I find inspiration from BC pretty much. And I'm just by connecting over social media and seeing people from Asia to all over North America, I'm seeing a big push for people pushing away from those dark flooring. The black floor, all the cabinets are very sleek, all white. We're seeing people looking for more organic. They want one-of-a-kind pieces, but they want a story. So they want to know that that piece of wood is from so and so. And we're seeing like this is solid walnut. This is black walnut. So this is actually a sample from that bathroom I'm mentioning, and we just showcased this at IDS West, so the International Design Show of Western Canada. And like if you look at the one edge, that's a live edge, so it's showing it's just wire brushed. You're just seeing the true kind of form of the actual tree. But what we're seeing is just like these textures, like showing the actual beauty of the wood. So whether this has a glaze that's actually sitting in and picking up the actual detail of an oak, or if you're just seeing like a whitewash on something just to kind of mute down the color, but you want to see the texture. And we're seeing that from, like, as I mentioned, like that could be a secondary countertop to cabinets to flooring to paneling. We're seeing just a lot of wood texture pulling through, and BC is very, very cool, and we're very safe on grays. So I think pairing wood grain with a gray is safe, but I also think that people are pushing back and they're wanting warmer colors. They want warmer environments, and wood texture, I think, is going to play that through.
Interesting. For those of you just joining us, you're listening to Renovate and Build on CIL 650 with Jim and Sandra, powered by Fair Trade Works. We're speaking with Jamie Banfield from Jamie Banfield Design, and we're speaking today about his top 5 picks for 2015. If you're watching the podcast right now, we have, of course, some of the samples here, but we'll also put them up on our Facebook page for you. Continue, Jamie, just telling us about one of your top 5s being technology.
Yeah, so we're seeing a big push in technology in bathrooms and in kitchens. I would say everyone's asking for, we want more usable products. We want the ease. We want to have the know on what's happening. So I think suppliers are listening, and they're mass producing. They're bringing costing down. So just to kind of mention on the bathrooms, everybody wants that spa-like bathroom.
Yep.
I'm seeing a lot of technology pulling through to kind of give that personal home bathroom the same kind of luxury as you would find at a spa. So we're seeing things like chromotherapy, which is lighting in bathtubs, lighting in some drains in the shower and stuff like that. But we're seeing kind of a push from, like, this is just a toilet seat from Kohler. It's their nightlight, and this can be added to any kind of toilet that would actually fit the dimensions of the toilet seat. But it's little simple things like it's a nightlight. So at night,
so smart.
It is. It's pretty fun. So
And if you can just see here, we can just tell you about it. There's actually just a light, nice, soft, not enough to wake you up.
No.
But just a soft glow blue above the toilet seat, so that when you go to lift it up here, the night light will help you out.
Yeah.
We just built a house actually, just that one, and we actually put like a low glow light that took them all the way from their bedroom to the bathroom and into the toilet, right? So it's cool, right? It's like at the exits on a plane or something.
Yeah, and I mean it's especially at night for maybe little boys or whatnot. It's the target zone.
Yeah.
They know where they're going, or
they call it the task light.
Yeah, yeah. But it's very it's economical. It's stocked at, I would assume, en suites and Kohler stores and whatnot. But it's a neat little add-on to any kind of bathroom space, but you don't have to, reinstall a new toilet or take down walls or anything like that. And then same as, like, we're seeing trends for, like, things like heated floors and stuff like that. And heated floors have been around for many years, right? But New Heat, which is a manufacturer of a certain system, they're making them very user-friendly for consumers. So, like, you can buy them at Home Depot, all those type of places, and you can even order custom now mats that would fit your bathroom. Just send them your dimensions, they'll figure out. But we're seeing actual, like, thermostats and dials that are keyed into smartphones. So, you can connect it and you can actually play with the temperature. You can set it on your phone to click on at, if you're getting up at 6:30, it could click on at,
Similar to having your coffee made, it's
for
all set up for you.
Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of those type of little items, just kind of they're add-ons to make, I guess, certain elements of life easier, or bring in kind of that more spa kind of luxury feel for those spaces.
I think it's a great point. Sorry, just because we have talked about over the show over the weeks about people. I think experience is a great word. Where they've been to a nice hotel or something and just experienced what they think is luxury or lavish, and now be able to bring that back into their own home, right? So be able to just add those little tweaks and touches so that their own residence feels like it's luxury, right?
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of consumers too. They're gonna wait out doing their bathroom or kitchen so they can just get those added little perks if the budget isn't there right away. Like, they're actually doing research and then coming back in a couple of years and be like, hey, I got the budget. This is my entire wish list. This is everything that I've researched. And they're investing into these things because it's adding that touch of ease for them, but it's also they want to create that atmosphere, like you said, in their home, right?
I think people are staying longer there too. Like we discussed in the show about people moving up the property ladder, but with such a frantic market. Once people are into a home that they want, they go, I'm going to make this my castle, literally, right, and just stay there and really customize it.
So I have 2 minutes left here, Jamie, and I want to talk about reuse and repurpose because I know this is an important part of your whole business model.
For sure. We think about sustainability. So sustainability to some people might be about, green, investing more money. It's going to cost more. But sustainable design to me is two common things. It's repurposing something, giving it a new life, or sourcing something local. So don't have it traveled for gone to Germany, then to China, then shipping it back home. So we work alongside the Restore, which if you guys don't know what it is, it's Habitat for Humanity. It's their store. It's people donate product like trades or consumers, and you can actually walk in there and grab something and repurpose it. So you could buy a mantle and take it home and repurpose it, put it in your bathroom or certain tile. So repurposing. So if there's something in your house, maybe it's an old dresser, you can repurpose it as an actual vanity, get a new countertop made for it, put a new sink on it. Or if it's a product from the Restore, whether it is, it could be just some old school barn board that you're going to take home and repurpose as a wall detail or things like that. So I would say majority of our jobs, I always look to kind of source those products out.
And great stories along with it. Sometimes
sure.
From a church or an old barn. It
Yeah.
always has a history, doesn't it?
Yeah, we got a house working on right now in Saskatoon, and they're taking about a month off just because of the weather and whatnot. And they're driving across the states, and they've got a wish list of certain things, and they're going to keep their eyes out to see what they can find at some joint here or flea market there, and then when they get home, see how we can fit it in and purpose it. Yeah, but
speaking of which, your Banfield collection actually reuses and repurposes wood.
Yeah, so Banfield, so it's a camera collection that we came across with Troico, and we've collaborated on that. And yeah, we've got one signature line, which is for vanities and whatnot, and it's taking reclaimed barn board and stuff like that and making them into actual cases and front doors. And so you got that texture and that knot and that kind of that one-of-a-kind piece.
Reminds me so much of Europe.
Yeah, for sure.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much, Jamie.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And once again, Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, you too.
We've been speaking with Jamie Banfield of Banfield Design. His website is jamiebanfield.com, or you can also call Jamie for a consultation at 604-385-1646.
More favourites to come on the show today, and even a few surprises.
There's still lots more ahead. This is Renovate and Build, powered by Fair Trade Works with Jim and Sandra.